Hello, welcome to gusmcdoll Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. In this series we use German missions from the game Firefight to illustrate World War II German tactics at the company level and below. In this campaign we are playing through Operation Barbarossa as the Germans, with 9 battles over the course of June and July 1941. In this episode, take the Dalnegorsk city centre. Your orders are to strike into the heart of the city of Dalnegorsk and capture it before the Russians can fully mobilise their forces. The city of Dalnegorsk, with its railway terminus, is a major strategic asset for whoever can control it. In each battle, we conduct basic mission analysis, develop and analyse possible courses of action, then decide and execute the plan in real time, followed by lessons learned. Please remember to like the video, comment and subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. And if you want to show your support with a donation, the links are in the description. In the last episode, the Germans seized the Dalnegorsk railway terminal from the Soviets, but at a heavy price of 4 killed and 1 wounded, despite overwhelming firepower. The Panzer 38 knocked out a Soviet 45mm anti-tank gun, clearing the way for the German advance. First and second sections moved to clear the western suburbs.
Bewegung! Beieinander bleiben. Bleibt auf Abstand. Bewegung!
Achtung, Panzer! A T-60 Soviet tank at the northern end of the square. Grenadier Heinrich is killed by a bullet in the chest.
Bewegung!
The Panzer 38 moves up to engage the T-60.
Was tun wir nur? Knapp! Bewegung!
And the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 231 puts suppressing fire into the town square. There are infantry in the buildings. The Panzer 35T also moves up. Lieutenant Gross's Panzer 38 destroys the T-60 by APC shell through the turret upper right. The Soviet tank burns. First and second sections continue their clearance of the western suburbs. Third and fourth sections join the urban clearance. The vehicles move up in support. The Germans are bypassing the town square, but suppressing Soviet infantry in position.
Отступаем! Где сержант? Слишком много! Мне нужен сержант! Что же нам делать? Bleibt beieinander, Jungs.
The Panzer IVs also move up. They will add weight to the final assault.
Где сержант? Нам нужна помощь! Bewegung! Мне нужен санитар! Не могу! Bewegung! Bewegung!
The infantry have cleared most of the western suburbs, but need to cross the road ahead of the panzers. The road is a fire lane, so a major obstacle. First step, seize the buildings on the near side.
Огонь! Что же нам делать? Мне нужен санитар!
Contact.
Wir sind in der Unterzahl.
Anti-tank gun at the intersection.
Was tun wir hier? Deckung.
First and second sections withdraw from the threat. Mortar fire mission.
Das war knapp.
Feuereinsatz. Entkommen. Feuereinsatz.
Bewegung.
Fourth section withdraws.
Bewegung. 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 Das war knapp.
The Sonderkraftfahrzeug 222 moves up.
Rückzug. Ich halte nicht aus.
Sondergrenadier Corner in Ulrich's section is severely wounded by a bullet in the chest.
Verdammt. Verdammt. Bewegung. Ich bin Deckung. Nichts wie raus hier. Verdammt. Deckung. Wir sind in der Unterzahl.
Grenadier Huber is wounded and Grenadier Nagel is killed by a bullet in the chest.
Woher kommt der Beschuss? Nähe unter Beschuss.
Grenadier Huber is killed by a bullet in the chest.
Woher kommt der Beschuss? Bin getroffen. Woher kommt der Beschuss?
No time to wait for the mortar.
Das war knapp. Wir sind in der Unterzahl. Feuer frei.
Oberleutnant Ritter's Sonderkraftfahrzeug 222 puts direct fire on the gun and destroys the 45mm by HE shell. The infantry now move up.
Feuer einstellen. Kommen.
The mortar ceases fire.
Feuer einstellen. Geladen. Feuer. Handgranate laden. Feuer. Geladen. Feuer. Handgranate laden.
The infantry start to cross the road.
Bewegung. Bewegung.
The German vehicles are now using the streets as fire lanes.
Bewegung.
German infantry push forward to the buildings overlooking the industrial zone.
Geladen. Feuer. Handgranate laden. Geladen. Feuer.
Small arms fire from the woods.
Erwischt! Das war knapp!
Soviet infantry, probably withdrawn from the town square position.
Verdammt! Knapp!
Feuer!
Sehe unter Beschuss! Sehe unter Beschuss!
The Panzer 38T moves up.
Sehe unter Beschuss! Das war knapp!
The remainder of the panzers not far behind.
Fast erwischt!
Handgranate laden!
A heavy machine gun opens up from a building at the intersection.
Fast erwischt! In Deckung!
The mortar opens a fire mission. The Panzer 38 takes friendly fire. The panzers continue to advance towards the objective.
Das war knapp! Runter! Rückzug! Deckung! Fast erwischt! Bewegung! Sehe unter Beschuss! Geht in Deckung! Bewegung! Das war knapp! Bewegung! Bewegung! Das war knapp! In Deckung! Das war knapp! Das war knapp! Deckung! Fast erwischt! Verdammt! Verdammt! Bewegung!
The Granatwerfer mission misses the Soviet machine gun,
Das war knapp!
which continues firing. The Panzer IVs move up.
Bewegung!
Direct fire from the Panzer 35.
Feuer frei!
Handgranate laden! Feuer!
Pustet sie weg! Nimm das!
Handgranate laden! Geladen! Feuer!
Bewegung! Bewegung! Sehe unter Beschuss! Deckung! Deckung! Bewegung!
Obergrenadier Muller, in second section, is wounded by a ricocheted bullet in the abdomen.
Nimm das! Das war knapp! Feuer frei!
Handgranate laden!
Sehe unter Beschuss! Nimm das! Wieder eins! Bewegung!
Handgranate laden! Geladen!
Bewegung!
Geladen! Feuer!
time for the final assault on the objective. As the 4th section assaults, a Brigadier Ziegler is severely wounded by a bullet in the chest, and Grenadier Schilling is killed by a bullet in the abdomen. Second section takes over. Achtung, Panzer! A BT-7 is on the move in the woods east of the town square. The Panzer III moves to ambush the Soviet tank. German panzers and infantry have broken into the objective. Time for the artillery to fire a high explosive mission to isolate the objective from Soviet reinforcements from the east. Achtung, Panzer! BT-7 on the objective. The Panzer 38 fires and misses. The BT-7 fires back and hits. The Panzer 38 TC is destroyed by AP shell through the hull upper front. The Sonderkraftfahrzeug 222 bravely engages with its 2cm cannon. The Sonderkraftfahrzeug 222 is destroyed by AP shell through the turret upper front. Oberleutnant Ritter is killed, Voigt and Schulte wounded. The Panzer 35 destroys the BT-7 by APC shell through the superstructure lower front, and the Germans take the objective. The BT-7 cooks off. Meanwhile, to the south, Meyer's Panzer III destroys the BT-7 by APCBC shell through the turret lower front. Achtung, Panzer! T-26. Box Panzer IV destroys the T-26 by heat shell through the superstructure upper front. The German artillery moved to fire for effect. They did not prevent Soviet tanks from reinforcing the objective, but might slow down any infantry coming up. The T-26 cooks off. The German barrage destroys a 45mm anti-tank gun east of the objective, previously undetected. With no hope of reinforcement, the Soviet soldiers on the objective surrender. Soviets in the woods south of the objective are under machine gun fire.
Приближается.
Geladen. Feuer.
Stehe unter Beschuss! Verdammt!
Granate laden. Geladen. Feuer.
Granate! Macht ihnen die Hölle heiß!
Brenngranate.
Sie!
Geladen. Feuer.
Granate!
Feuereinsatz. Kommen. Feuer. Ende. Brenngranate. Geladen. Feuer.
Fast erwischt! Fast erwischt!
The battle has been costly, but the Germans now hold Dalnegorsk city centre.
Brenngranate laden. Geladen. Feuer. Brenngranate laden. Geladen. Feuer.
Fast
Brenngranate
erwischt!
laden. Geladen.
Fast erwischt!
Brenngranate laden. Geladen. Feuer.
Nimm das!
Brenngranate laden.
Das war knapp!
Geladen. Feuer. Brenngranate laden.
Verdammt!
Geladen. Feuer.
Victory. Take the city. Your orders are to strike into the heart of the city of Dalnegorsk and capture it before the Russians can fully mobilise their forces. German forces: 72 survived, 10 wounded, 11 killed, 2 vehicles lost. Soviet forces: 35 survived, 9 wounded, 21 killed, 5 surrendered, 4 vehicles lost, and 3 anti-tank guns lost. You took a long time to take the objective, but took very few losses despite there being only light opposition. Your commanders rate your performance as average. 2 gold stars. So, what did we learn? The approach of having the infantry screen the panzers worked well, at least for the clearance of the railway terminus and the suburbs west of the town square. Supported by all arms, the squads worked up as close as possible to the enemy position without firing, carefully exploiting all cover offered by the terrain and, if necessary, using detours so as to conserve all their shock power until the final assault against the enemy position. But the discipline of this method broke down once German forces actually reached the objective. The panzers went ahead of the infantry and were exposed in the open, resulting in 2 destroyed when the Soviet tanks counterattacked. Still, inflicting 2-to-1 casualties in an urban clearance is not a bad outcome. Finally, the artillery barrage. I had intended this to isolate the objective during the final assault from reinforcement by Soviet infantry from the east. But this did not prevent the Soviet tank counterattack. One consolation was that it knocked out a hidden 45mm anti-tank gun, and I tell myself that it suppressed any Soviet infantry remaining in the area. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.